This is Prospector Gary. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. We're going to do everything we can to make this as entertaining as possible and go all over Oregon and hopefully show you some of the beauty of Oregon and some of the different places I like to go. Today we are standing on the Illinois River in Josephine County, directly under the Tacoma Bridge. And what we're going to do is here in a minute we're going to get started and we're going to classify some dirt, run our sluice box, and hopefully find a little bit of gold. So we will take a little bit of a break here and we'll just get some of the work done, and then when it comes time to put the dirt in and pan it out and so hopefully get some gold, we'll share that with you too. So give us just a little bit and we'll show you what this is all about. So the first thing that we do, at least that I do when I start, is we're going to classify all our dirt. For a sluice box I use a 1/2 inch classifier if I can get away with it, and the reason why is we just want all the big stuff out. We know this isn't going to do anything to clog up the sluice box, so we get all that big stuff out. I like to start by filling my bucket with water first. It does a couple things. The first thing it does is when I get a scoop here, put it in there, the dirt's going to keep the water coming up. So I'm not going to make a bunch of unnecessary trips over to the river for a bucket full of water where I could potentially slip and fall. It's not real slippery here today, but later in the summer, you get that kind of green algae going on almost all the rivers, and you will, eventually slip. So just start out with your bucket full of water. Only takes a second, and it's going to save you a ton of time. And we're just going to do that, just like that. Make sure everything 1/2 inch or smaller goes in. In southern Oregon especially, we want to visually inspect this for nuggets. This is nugget country. It was not uncommon to find nuggets that big. So take a quick glance, just get your tailings out of the way, and just keep continuing until your bucket's full. And usually what we do is one guy will sit here and classify, your partner will shovel in so that you both get equal work, one of you doesn't get tired. And then we take turns running the sluice box. So I'm going to keep on classifying here until this is full, and then we'll go over and we'll show you how the sluice box runs. So we filled up a bucket, got all our material, all going to be about the same size, 1/2 inch or smaller. And we're just going to feed it right into the front of the sluice box here. And in the front of the sluice box we have matting with V's in it, deep V matting we call it. And that traps about 85 or 90% of the gold right out of the gate. So I don't look at the whole sluice box and feel like it's clogging up. I just pay attention to that black matting, and it's telling me, hey, let's have another scoop. And it goes pretty quick. You can't really clog these up if you've got the water going fast. Just wait a minute. All those other riffles have lots of rock in them. That's okay. Gold is just going to make gold slow down and sink. Gold's 19 times heavier than water, and we don't really care about all those little rocks. We'll zoom in later. You'll see, just like in a river, naturally, they're moving and dancing their way out of there. I'm sitting here talking and the front's already clear again, so I need to pay attention and feeding my sluice box, I guess, a little better. But we will show you, when we zoom in, we'll bring the camera, put it right above here in a little while, and you'll see how fast these really clear out. And if you're feeling like your sluice box is clogging up, and it looks like mine, just trust your equipment. I do. I don't feel like this is clogging up. Resist the urge to ever put your hand in there. You'll move gold if you make an eddy in there. If I get my hand in there, I'm going to screw up the water flow. Gold's going to try to make its way out of the sluice box. So if you ever do find a big piece of gold, just stop what you're doing, lift your sluice box out, get your gold, and do a cleanup into a bucket. Always, at all costs, don't reach into your sluice box. It's fun from time to time to see you lean over and look. We're just kind of looking for indicators to see if there is any color showing up. Because if we do 4 or 5 buckets and there's no gold, Obviously, we might want to move down to a better spot, do some test panning, look at the bedrock. That's just minding. You gotta find the spot. The reason we picked this spot today was because a couple years back we were able to dredge down below here, and we got into some good gold right on top. It was really, really hard packed. This isn't hard packed right here, but just a few feet down it was really hard packed, and we had some good sized pieces of gold. And so we're figuring if it's a gold bearing stream, 50 yards isn't going to make that much of a difference. Hopefully we can get into some plates and maybe some of that match head size stuff we were finding 2 summers ago. And we just do this and just keep going, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day.